The second impeachment of President Trump is the most bipartisan in U.S. history, with 10 Republicans joining Democrats in that vote. One of them, GOP Congressman Peter Mayer of Michigan, explained his decision earlier on MSNBC while discussing last week's deadly insurrection at the Capitol.
The moment came when the president continued to fail to take any sense of accountability or acknowledge that he may have been responsible. Many of us are altering our routines, working to get body armor, which is a reimbursable purchase that we can make. It's sad that we have to get to that point, but our expectation is that someone may try to kill us.
Wow. Joining me now is NBC News national political correspondent Steve Kornacki at the big board. So, Steve, good to have you with us. So you'd think that a lot of these people were making this decision purely based on legal grounds or moral grounds, but there is a political factor. Some may be watching this and asking, why would these 10 Republicans break with their party? Can you explain the districts they represent for any clues?
Yeah, there is a broad range here, I guess, Eamon. Let's take you through that 10 that you mentioned there. Break it down into categories. First of all, there are 2 Republicans who voted to impeach Trump yesterday. Valadao from California, John Katko from New York, who represent districts that Trump lost in November. Biden won California's 21st by 10 points. Katko's 24th district, Biden carried by almost the same margin. So these are members of Congress who do have to worry routinely about winning re-election, or certainly potentially about winning re-election. Valadao, of course, in 2018, he couldn't win re-election. He had to come back in 2020. Then there's this next range of seats here. These are sort of competitive districts, and you mentioned Peter Mayer there from the 3rd District of Michigan. This one's interesting because this is the same district. If you remember the name Justin Amash, he's the Republican who used to represent Michigan's 3rd. He turned on President Trump, left the Republican Party, didn't run for re-election. Here comes Peter Mayer, gets elected, and now votes to impeach Trump. Trump won the district by 4. Generally, Republicans are going to do better in that 3rd District of Michigan than Trump. It's one of those places where Trump actually certainly lags the normal Republican vote. Also from Michigan, Fred Upton. Trump won the district by 4. Also from Washington State. So those are sort of more competitive districts. And then here you go. These are the most interesting, I think, just in terms of trying to discern motivation here. 5 members, Republican members from districts that Trump carried solidly. Adam Kinzinger from Illinois has been an outspoken critic of the president's for a while now. That wasn't a surprise. This one, Tom Rice from South Carolina's 7th district. That's Myrtle Beach area. Yeah, that's a district Trump carried by 20 points. Heavily Republican district. That one, I think, was the biggest surprise for people yesterday. Newhouse from Washington, of course, Liz Cheney, part of the Republican leadership. That's at large. He represents the entire state of Wyoming in the House. Obviously, Wyoming overwhelmingly a Trump state. But look, whether you're talking about these Republicans in heavily Trump districts or any of the others we put up there, the obvious question here is, beyond the general election, the Republican primary, did the vote they cast yesterday endanger these Republicans potentially for a Republican primary challenge in 2022? How's the base going to react? Certainly now. Is that going to linger for 2 years until the next round of Republican primaries? Obviously, that's something we will be keeping close tabs on.
And, of course, Liz Cheney now facing some pressure from within her own caucus. Some are calling on her to resign. Steve Kornacki at the big board, thank you very much for that.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.